वेलकम टू SOMP। आज के बिग पिक्चर डिबेट का टॉपिक है एलिमिनेशन ऑफ वायलेंस अगेंस्ट वुमेन। ये जो टॉपिक है आप इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं जीएस पेपर 1 सोसाइटी, जीएस पेपर 2 सोशल जस्टिस एज वेल एज इन एथिक्स एंड एसे। सो दीज वर द पैनलिस्ट ऑफ आवर डिस्कशन। सो आइए देखते हैं कि कंटेक्स्ट क्या है। November 25th is observed as an International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. ये जो इवेंट है it assumes, especially in this year, specifically this year, it assumes a great significance amid the COVID-19 pandemic because COVID-19 के दौरान, that is during the unprecedented lockdown, countries across the world ने report किया है कि there has been increased case of domestic violence. So also the women organizations and the rights bodies, they are pushing the government so that वो measures lay to protect the young girls and women who are caught in this cycle of violence. So now let us see what is UN approach on violence against women. The Declaration on the Elimination of Violence Against Women, which was issued by United Nations General Assembly in 1993, ये define करते हैं violence against women as an act of gender-based violence that results in or is likely to result in any physical, sexual, or psychological harm or suffering to the women. It includes threats of such acts, coercion, or arbitrary deprivation of liberty, whether they are occurring in private or the public life. So this year of UN, they have given a clarion call for ending this gender-based violence. ये जो 2020 campaign theme है, it is fund, respond, prevent, collect. Also, United Nations Women, the United Nations entity for gender equality and the empowerment of women, ये closely work कर रहे हैं with the violence survivors, activists, all the stakeholders, and the people from every walk of life to fund, reach out, and respond faster against this violence towards women. So now let us see what is the status of violence against women and what does it exactly mean by. 1 in 3 women जो worldwide हैं, they are experiencing physical or sexual violence, mostly by their intimate partners. So, violence against women and girls is a human right violation, and immediate and a long term physical, sexual, and mental consequences for women and girls. It can be devastating as well. जितने भी ह्यूमन ट्रैफिकिंग हुए हैं विक्टिम्स, उसमें ऑलमोस्ट 71% ऑफ ऑल द ह्यूमन ट्रैफिकिंग विक्टिम्स वर्ल्ड वाइड आर women and girls, and out of 3 out of 4 of these women they are sexually exploited. So generally अगर देखा जाए तो violence against women it manifests itself in physical, sexual and a psychological form encompassing various factors. First is intimate partner violence, such as battering, psychological abuse, marital rape, femicide, etc. Next is sexual violence and harassments like rape, forced sexual acts, unwanted sexual advances, street harassment, stalking, cyber harassment. Next is human trafficking, slavery, sexual exploitation, also female genital mutilation, and child marriage. So these are few things which in general refers to the violence against women, such acts. सो नाउ लेट अस सी जो ये जो न्यूज आई थी दैट इज डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ गई है पैंडेमिक के दौरान. व्हाट वाज एग्जैक्टली अबाउट इट? So the reports have come, especially from the UN, that there has been an increase. The violence against women have increased in women in the countries like Argentina, Canada, France, Germany, Spain, UK, US, Cyprus, Singapore, Australia, among many other countries. Also, India, maybe the National Commission of Women, they have recorded about more than twofold rise in the gender-based violence during this pandemic time. So it has been said that the confinement due to COVID-19, it has fostered the tensions and strain which is created by the security, health, and money is the reason behind this. They've also said that 1 in 3 women experience intimate partner violence worldwide, and the economic cost of this violence has ranged from 1% to 4% of the global GDP. Women has referred to a rise in violence against women during the COVID-19 pandemic and accompanying lockdown as shadow pandemic. इनको shadow pandemic भी refer किया गया है. So now let us see were the challenges. In many countries, the law is not on the women's side. 1 in 4 countries have no laws specifically protecting women from domestic violence. अगर इंडिया के केस में देखा जाए तो इंडिया की लॉज काफी रोबस्ट हैं, but the legal and the constitutional provisions are not being implemented in a proper manner. Also, most of the women have been conditioned to accept violence as natural. उनको कोई ऐसा realization नहीं है कि जो भी वो behavior suffer कर रहे हैं, they're actually not right, and the violence they suffer should not have happened to them. Also, the way police works in case of violence against women is not in favor of women. This is also one of the reason कि low reporting हो रही है domestic violence की. अगर करंट सर्कमस्टांसेस देखा जाए दैट इज कोविड-19 पैंडेमिक के दौरान मेकिंग रिपोर्ट्स वर आई मीन रिपोर्टिंग अबाउट डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस और एनी अदर वायलेंस अगेंस्ट women it was even harder, including limitations on the women's and girls' access to phones, helplines, and disrupted public services like police, justice, and social services. These disruption is compromising the care and support that the survivors need, like clinical management of rape, the mental health, and a psychosocial support. तो ये काफी कम हो गया था कोविड-19 पैंडेमिक के दौरान. So also situation at the family level is worst, and actually देखा जाए तो violence starts here first. So now let us see what can be the way forward to address such challenges against for the violence against women. Violence against women will have multiple impacts on women's well-being, their sexual and reproductive health, their mental health, their ability to participate and lead in the recovery of our society, economy, and and also there will be a difficulty in achieving our Sustainable Development Goal 5, that is SDG 5, known which is gender equality. So it needs to be looked upon in a serious manner. There is a need of behavioral change and cultural change at the many levels, like societal level may pay, family level pay, community level pay, as well as entire justice and the police system as well. There is a need for police reform and police sensitization. There is a need for the policy of zero tolerance as far as police is concerned. एक separate section बनाना चाहिए in every police station that should be made, which would deal only with women related complaints. There should also be faster prosecution, and fast track courts uh, must be increased. Need much more. There is a need of much more united approach to implement the laws, and every stakeholders in this ecosystem should work together. Thus, एक proactive approach की जरूरत है for the law enforcement agencies. So overall, अगर ये measures थोड़े लिए जाएंगे, so violence against women can be curbed to some extent. So that's all for today. If you have found this video helpful, like the video, comment on it. Also subscribe to the channel. You can also join our Telegram channel, which is at the rate SOMP Guidance, for further updates. Thank you.